Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning.
Morning.
Gentle
Yes.
wake up for those that got to sleep in and enjoy the Super Bowl last night. But today it's Monday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Monday
Eve.
after Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, time to recalibrate my brain here to get off of football and think about Valentine's Day coming up here in just a little bit. But an amazing Super Bowl, exciting, thrilling matchup. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning their second Super Bowl. Sarah Spivey's excited in 4 years.
I thought overall it was a good performance by each team. Rihanna did a great performance.
Right.
I have some comments on that as well. And then
sure
we have a whole breakdown.
We do.
Everything Super Bowl related. But congratulations, Sarah Spivey, for winning your bet against Max Massey, their Eagles fan. And we're going to show...
And shaming Max into,
I did. Max and I had a bet. He upheld his end of the bargain. I'll show that picture coming up in a little bit. Now, guys, I did wear green today because I felt for Max.
You're way too nice.
I did.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I felt for him, and let me tell you, the Eagles did play very well, especially Jalen Hurts. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the weather, though, today. Here's a look outside right now. We have got clouds out there, mainly some high-level clouds. And even a sprinkle or two is possible today. But outside right now, as we're starting the day, it is cool. Temperatures are near 50 degrees and winds are generally calm. Those winds, however, are going to change. We are going to see breezy conditions later on today with winds picking up from the southeast at 15 miles per hour. Temperatures are going to rise under these mostly cloudy skies. We'll be at 62 at noon this afternoon, topping off right near 70 degrees. And then tonight, pretty mild. Temperatures will be in the 60s, and it's after 8 p.m. that we start to see some drizzle develop in some areas. We'll talk more about that rain chance here in just a bit, but first I want to take you through the pollen count. Things look good. No mountain cedar, molds are present, ash is present, but both allergens are low. Another big story this week are going to be the temperature swings. Today 70, tomorrow 75, Wednesday will be at 80, and then a potent cold front cools us down into the 50s for the high, even a light freeze possible through parts of Friday morning. So a lot to talk about, including this big temperature drop, and the winds are going to be a big factor in the next 36 hours. Those details in a few minutes. Stephen, back to you.
Thanks, Sarah. Let's get a look at the commute right now. Things are looking pretty sunny out there, and actually things have also dwindled down. But let's give you a wide look around town. You can see I-10 at West Avenue. Traffic, really not a lot of folks out there this morning. And hey, maybe if you're at home, enjoy the post-Super Bowl weekend. We know everyone really enjoyed it here in the newsroom. But as you get a look around town, some folks still have to head to work. So thankfully, no major issues are going to slow you down at this point. But we did have some problems that were picked up along 281. This is the latest, and it's not a major one. But US 281 southbound at I-35, we do have a crash that was reported out there. I'm not really concerned about it because we're really not seeing that delay. So just watch out as you get the morning commute going. And if you see any flashing lights, be sure to move over or slow down. That is the law. Giving you a wide look at the map, a lot of that red that really took over the lanes has already dispersed. So we're really not seeing any more of those slowdowns. Morning rush has come to a nice gentle end, but make sure that you plan your commute ahead of time. Several construction spots are active right now. You can scan the QR code that is coming up to your screen. That will take you to our KSAT traffic page. I just updated a full list of closures that are happening right now in and around the Alamo cities, so know before you go. RJ, Sarah?
Stephen, thank you. Here's today's 9 at 9.
The U.S. military shot down another unidentified object yesterday at President Biden's order. According to the Pentagon, the craft was flying at 20,000 feet over Michigan's Upper Peninsula when U.S. fighter jets took it down. Officials say the object was not a military threat, but rather a flight hazard. This was the third one shot over the U.S. in as many days and the fourth in just over a week.
Today marks 1 week after the earthquake that hit Turkey and neighboring Syria. More than 36,000 people are confirmed dead, and now authorities are targeting the contractors who built the buildings that collapsed. Dozens of arrest warrants have been issued for contractors and other workers.
Americans who are currently in Russia are being told to leave the country as soon as possible. A travel advisory from the U.S. State Department says U.S. citizens should, quote, exercise increased caution due to the risk of wrongful detentions, end quote. According to the advisory, Russian security services have previously arrested Americans, denied them fair treatment, and convicted them despite no credible evidence.
Former President Donald Trump's campaign team reportedly hired a research company to look into allegations of voter fraud in the 2020 election in 6 states, but did not find any substantial evidence of wrongdoing that would have changed the outcome of the election.
Oil prices dropping amid worries about easing demand. Both Brent crude futures and West Texas Intermediate were down nearly 1%. Traders are focused on the latest report on consumer inflation due out tomorrow. Some are concerned it may push the Fed to tighten policies even more.
Rising home prices are opening the door for more homeowners to tap into the equity they've built up. Credit Bureau TransUnion says the number of new home equity loans jumped 47% in the third quarter last year.
Google is trying something new to stop the spread of misinformation online. It's expanding an education program to teach more people how to spot fake news and false claims. Videos will soon appear as ads on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok in Germany after a test run in other European countries.
Valentine's Day, it's tomorrow, and according to a survey from the National Retail Federation, Americans plan to spend nearly $26 billion on the holiday this year. On average, most people said they would spend $192. That's up $17 from last year.
Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs pull off another incredible comeback to win Super Bowl 57. After being down at halftime, the Chiefs came out strong in the second half and won the game with a 27-yard field goal, giving them a 38-35 victory over the Eagles. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, David, the Chiefs are on the top of the football world again this morning. Your guy, Texas Tech's very own Patrick Mahomes, getting it done, leading the Chiefs to their second Super Bowl in 4 seasons.
How about that, huh?
Here's a big old smile.
I told you. I told you.
You did? Yeah. Never bet against Patrick Mahomes.
No, you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They pulled it off last night. Here's some highlights for you. This is Jalen Hurts. You talk about having a big day. Jalen Hurts had a huge day. He had a record-breaking day for a quarterback at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, he ran for touchdowns, threw some in. Chiefs were actually down by 10, actually going into the third quarter, and then down in the fourth quarter here, but then just had a couple big plays here.
Watch this punt return. Look, whoa! The field was really slick, but he did not slip on that little move right there, and down the sidelines all the way down to the 5-yard line. A 65-yard punt return. Too bad he didn't score, but that set up the go-ahead score for Kansas City. And look at that wide open. Where's the defensive Philly?
Great question. Yeah, I think a lot of Eagles fans were asking that. Did their defense even travel to Arizona for this game? But Chiefs go up by 8 there, and then the Eagles, to their credit, come back here. Jalen Hurts with another one of his short-running touchdowns. They got a 2-point conversion to tie things up.
And that tied it up. And you just knew they were going to come back and score. You just had this feeling. But then watch Patrick Mahomes. Now he's got a bum ankle. Look at that throw.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so that was the controversial referee's decision.
Oh, he tugged him on the jersey, then he grabs his hip, and that's pass interference. I don't care who calls it, when they call it. It's pass interference. You can't do that.
No, definitely not. And you know what, to his credit, the defensive back there for Philadelphia admitted to it after the fact.
Yeah, he did. He admitted to it, and they were all whining about it. All Philadelphia fans are going, you can't call. I heard the guys on the radio all morning long going, that effectively ended the game. No, it did not, because he still had to kick the field goal. And Philadelphia had a chance. There were some missed calls all night, but that call was all right. And then game-winning field goal, and off we go. Patrick
here we go.
Mahomes.
Off to the big celebration there in KC.
I think Andy Reid just put himself in the Hall of Fame for sure with that one. Patrick Mahomes is going to the Hall of Fame with 2 Super Bowl wins.
2 Super Bowls already.
And
he's 27 years old?
And he's only 27 years old. He's got 2 league MVPs, regular season MVPs, and he's got 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he's got 2 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, so incredible stuff there. David, a lot of talk about the field conditions. You mentioned that earlier. A lot of these guys were slipping and sliding all over the place here. it was happening to both teams, but still, this was a big point of discussion.
Yeah, it was, because they got enough paint on the field to, paint a whole neighborhood. I don't know what they're thinking, and then the grass was kind of slick. This looked like one of those polo matches where they go out and fix all the divots. This was halftime. It's like, really, this is a football field. What are you doing? And one player even said, the best field is natural grass that just grows like grass should grow. That's the best field, not this stuff. They have to take this stuff out, like outside.
Yeah, they roll this
thing out in the yard and let it get sun, and apparently it didn't work out too well this year. So.
All right, David. Well, we would be remiss if we did not talk about the halftime performance. Rihanna taking the stage after years away, and there was a lot of talk about her performance. Look at her just flying there high in the sky.
I was scared for her.
Yeah.
Like up on that platform. Like, what's she doing? Be careful.
What I love
pregnant.
about this, this was her way of announcing that she was pregnant. And I will say this. I loved it because it just showcases her voice, 12 songs.
Yeah.
What I wanted was, like, you're just so used to the costume changes,
right. Yeah.
the huge performance. I was, like, expecting, like, everyone in the crowd to, like, open up an umbrella and, like, rain down,
Whoa, you already had all this mapped out.
Oh, yeah. I wanted, like, a mashup, like, of all of her songs at the beginning, like, Ella, Ella.
There we go.
Like, oh, nah, nah. Like, I wanted everything in there.
They should call you next year to set up the halftime.
I really should be, like, in charge of production director here.
I have to admit, I didn't see the whole thing. I was off getting some snacks.
Of course, David.
The fact that she did this pregnant, though, I mean, you go, girl.
She had said, you know what, I'm going to have a special guest with me, and no one really thought that it would be that she'd have be announcing baby number 2. But congratulations to Rihanna. Yeah, she got the job done there. The Super Bowl. Also, David, the commercials.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite?
I like the Ben and Jen commercial.
Here we go.
And I like the one, and it's not one of the favorites out there. I liked how she wanted the donut before
she's like, babe,
made that period. But there was one where the woman calls somebody and she's on hold, and her husband, I guess, goes to the fridge, gets a beer, and they start dancing to the hold music.
What is his name? Thank you, Miles Teller.
Miles Teller. Yeah, that was a good one.
I really laughed through the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was cute. The Bradley Cooper commercial with his mom when he's like, she's like, you don't really know what you're doing. And he's like, Mom, I've been nominated 9 times. She's like, but you never won. It was very mom.
Yeah, this was very nice. It was like a behind-the-scenes look, and it was very cool to see both of them
together. She's like, what are you wearing? You look awful.
Said she looked like he looked like a flamingo. I think that's the way that she described it.
Wow.
But
Mom.
A lot of fun stuff here. The Super Bowl commercials, halftime performance. But again, the Chiefs get it done there, and David's guy, Patrick Mahomes, taking care of business once again. You're just going to be talking about Texas Tech football now all the time.
All the time. Wait till next year. Do it again.
Well, based on how young he is, then yes, I think they still have ways to go.
27 and 2 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, very impressive.
Pretty good.
I would like to see a mix-up. It's like when Tom Brady kept winning and over again. Maybe throw the Cowboys in there. Who knows, right?
Oh,
Let's
God,
get crazy. It's going to be our year
Do you
next
ever see
year,
Dak?
right?
Dak getting to the Super Bowl?
Let's calm down.
Maybe not. Maybe not Dak. Maybe somebody else with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. It is 9:10 and 52 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9. It's part 2 of Larry Ramirez's interview with UTSA quarterback Frank Harris. Part of the conversation is about Frank's decision not to go into the NFL and return to college football for his 7th season. Plus, in a few days, thousands of San Antonians will help collect trash along the San Antonio River. When we come back, Tiffany Huertas will show us how we can participate in the event.
Welcome back to GMSA at 9. The one-day all-volunteer event to clean the San Antonio watershed is approaching, and organizers are looking for participants.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live to explain the impact of the annual Basura Bash River and Waterway Cleanup event. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. We're here at Tobin Trailhead, and there's a lot to clean up. Just take a look. This is just one of 22 sites part of this event. Last year, more than 1,800 volunteers participated in Basura Bash, and they hope for more people this year. And our friend Charles is here this morning with us to talk a little bit more about this event. Tell us about this event and the importance behind it, Charles.
Yeah, sure. So this is Basura Bash. It's the 28th annual citywide cleanup in San Antonio. And it's important because it's showing everyone in San Antonio and beyond that our populace cares about this problem, that they recognize they're part of this problem.
Several organizations are participating. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have organizations like the River Foundation who've been supporting this event since the 80s. We have Keep San Antonio Beautiful. We have River Aid San Antonio who's stepping into managing it next year and are shadowing this year.
Tell us about the items that you found in the past.
Well, we're down here on Salado Creek at the Tobin Trailhead, and this site is notorious for mattresses, shopping carts. Unfortunately, because of its closeness, proximity to the highway, this is a dumping ground.
How excited are you for this weekend?
Oh, we are so excited. We've put a lot of planning into this, and Sonia Jimenez and her team have, and we're just excited to see 1,000+ people come down and get behind our mission.
Tell us the details of this event.
So it's February 18th, this Saturday. The cleanups will start at 9 a.m. There's 22 tributaries you can choose from. There's got to be one close to your house, so you got no excuse. You can find all the information on basorobash.org.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to have more on this event and last year's event coming up on the noon show. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tiff.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. Really looking forward to that event there. So, Sarah Spivey's with us, and
Hi,
she's
guys.
celebrating a big victory today.
You know, you got to celebrate when you win the Super Bowl, even though, you know, it's been 2 times in 4 years. It's an
Oh, it's
exciting
definitely a
time.
celebration.
And it's even sweeter knowing that my dear colleague, Max Massey, had to wear my youth's extra large Travis Kelce jersey this morning.
And it
Yeah.
fit. And
It
he
did.
didn't even, the fact that Max can fit into a youth extra large.
Way to go, Max.
Didn't even mess up his hair. He said he put extra product in.
And you know what? He was a good sport. I was a good sport too. I wore the green. Some would say to rub it in. Others.
I think that's you being way too nice wearing the green.
All right. Teach their own. Way to go. Thank you, Max. Appreciate you doing that. Okay, outside right now, 50 degrees. As you can see, clouds have been moving in. We've got mostly cloudy skies out there right now. Winds are calm at the moment, but things will be changing for us. Showing you this morning's clouds and temperatures. 49 in Bandera. Good morning in Bernie. It's 48 degrees. 53 at Simpson, 49 in Seguin, and 52 in Hondo. So yes, a cool start to the day. As we zoom out a little bit more, you can see that the clouds are a bit thicker out to the west, and these are going to be streaming in all day long. So we'll see peaks of sunshine through these high, thin cirrus clouds, and maybe, just maybe, you might get a sprinkle out there today. Here's a look at the radar composite, and you can see that there are some areas of green that are showing up across the hill country. But here's where the science comes in. It's very dry at the surface. Dew points are in the 30s, and so some of that is evaporating before it even hits the ground. So a couple of sprinkles are possible, but nothing really measurable in a major way. Now that may change overnight tonight with some drizzle, but we'll talk about that in a bit. First, I want to get you through the day. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Temperatures will be rising to near 60 degrees right around noon. Notice that winds pick up in the afternoon, sustained from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. We may even have a wind gust of up to 20 miles per hour during the day today. We'll reach a high temperature of 70 degrees, so a little bit warm for this time of year. And then this evening, temperatures are not going to drop off too much. We'll still be in the 60s. And notice that, a couple of chances for rain later on tonight. I really think it'll mainly be a drizzle tonight and perhaps a light rain shower here and there, not amounting to much. I'll show you why here with the weather setup across Texas. Notice those clouds moving in, Pacific moisture streaming in. Usually this would be a good thing because for rain chances, we want some extra moisture out there. But this trough of low pressure, it's going to move through too quickly to allow for all this moisture to work its way in. So here in San Antonio, our rain chances are very low, but across parts of Texas, especially North Texas, higher rain chances are likely from the Panhandle all the way down to the Midland, Odessa area. As for us, let me take you through the futurecast. This is a look at midnight. Again, some areas of drizzle are possible, patchy drizzle. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. A cold front will be approaching. That'll be moving through in the pre-dawn hours. So an isolated shower is possible at 5 o'clock, but that front is going to race through. So that by by the morning commute, things will be dry out there. So yes, some drizzle, light rain overnight is possible, but really the big story tomorrow is going to be the windy weather. Take a look at potential wind gusts tomorrow, especially in the morning. Wind gusts of up to 35 miles per hour around San Antonio, up to 40 miles per hour out across parts of the hill country. So it's going to be even windier up in the hill country. We'll talk a little bit about fire danger coming up in a bit, but the other big story, apart from the windy conditions, are going to be the changes in temperatures. Tomorrow, 75 warm, Wednesday, 80 degrees as well. And then by Thursday, another front moves through. This one pretty potent, cooling us down to the 50s, a freeze possible on Friday morning. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to GMSA at 9. Whether you were on the winning side or the losing side, sorry again, Max Massey, last night's Super Bowl was a great game to watch.
And from the game itself to the halftime show and those high-profile, high-priced commercials, there were both winners and losers. ABC's Will Gans has a recap for us.
An emotional night in Arizona. Tears for Jason Kelce and Mama Donna after the Eagles' loss. But after the Chiefs' win, Travis getting that same support from Mom. The night's big loser, the grass at State Farm Stadium. Players slipping and sliding all night long. And the biggest winners of the night, Rihanna fans, aka the Navy. Cara Delevingne on the sidelines in a shirt that said Rihanna concert interrupted by a football game. Weird, but whatever.
Yellow diamonds in the light, and we're standing side by side.
Riri finding love high above the field at Super Bowl 57. Unlike the halftime shows in recent years, Rihanna's was a one-woman show. Sort of. Riri revealing a baby bump, simultaneously announcing a pregnancy and becoming the first pregnant woman to headline the halftime show ever. But back to the Kelces, a rough night for brotherly support.
One brother scores, the other brother having a snack. Enjoy.
Jason Kelce unbothered when Travis Kelce scored for the Chiefs. Relatable, though. Game day really is all about the snacks and the ads.
What are you doing here?
Is
this what you do when you say you want to work all day?
I gotta go, guys.
Grab me a glaze.
Ben and Jen for Dunkin' and more superstar commercials. Zoolander, aka Ben Stiller for Pepsi Zero.
This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Cher Horowitz, aka Alicia Silverstone for Rakuten.
I used to be pretty clueless about shopping. Like when I heard I could save by getting cash back with Rakuten, I was like, as if.
And movie fans getting a sneak peek of the final Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm Star-Lord.
The upcoming Flash movie.
Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
And Indiana Jones.
What are you doing here? Let's go! Hang on!
Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
I think the real winner of the Super Bowl, it's not being talked about enough, is the Kelce mom.
Yes. Oh, you read my mind. I wrote down Mama Kelce right here.
Okay, did you see what she did before the Super Bowl started?
I did not.
She greeted both of her boys, wearing the half jersey.
Right.
But she gave them each homemade cookies and Tupperware and was like, here
Very
you go.
Nice.
And
yeah.
She's a national treasure.
Total mom move. Total mom move.
She needs to be protected at all costs.
Yeah, and just imagine the range of emotions going from one son to the other. Now, good thing is that both sons have won Super Bowls, so at least they do have that. But yeah, Mama Kelce just doing the most there.
She's been through a lot of football games, so.
Imagine growing up in that household there with those two.
It's a lot.
Yeah, a lot going on there with the Super Bowl. Our time now is 9:27, and what are we up to here? 53 degrees on your Monday morning.
There's still a lot more ahead at GMSA at 9, including how a Kirby firefighter is proving people wrong when they underestimate her communication skills. Courtney Friedman explains how technology is helping her with her hearing loss and still does the job she loves. Plus,
we've seen so many shifts when it comes to the workforce, whether it's going to the office, working from home, and co-working spaces. Now, we're here at VentureX talking about what the next shift looks like, what the future of the workforce could be.
Welcome back to GMSA at 9. Since the pandemic, we have seen many changes in the workplace with so many people working from home. But what about co-working spaces?
Max Massey joins us live from VentureX on the city's northwest side to explain what that concept is and what it means for the future workforce. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, guys. It really could be the future of the workforce. Small percentage now, but it is growing and growing fast. Joined here with Jim. So, Jim, we talked about this growth. What numbers show that it is growing amongst the workforce?
Well, it's the fastest growing part of the commercial real estate market right now. Right now, it's about 5%. The next 10 years, it's going to be almost 30%. And in fact, they just did a study of all the commercial real estate managers that own office buildings. 68% of them are now looking at some type of co-working or flexible space in their new offices.
This kind of really is a happy medium between going to a designated workspace and working from home. For those who don't know, what is co-working space?
Co-working is an opportunity to have some flexibility in your life. So it gives a very cost-efficient, very cost-effective way to come to business. If you're a small business or even if you're a Fortune 500 company, you can walk in, 30 minutes later, you can be in your own brand new office with brand new furniture, fully furnished, ready to go to work. So it makes things very fast. I like to say it's faster and funnier here.
Fantastic. So we're going to show you around here at Venture X. Take a look around, guys. So this is, actually, you know what, Jim? Tell us, where are we looking at right now?
Yeah, so this is just one of our lounge areas. So we have a large lounge. It's kind of a community area where people can get together. They can share ideas. They can collaborate, that type of thing. It's also a great area for people to have an impromptu meeting. It's an area for people to just come in and if they, we have an entire menu of different types of things that they can do. You can have a dedicated office to yourself, you can have a dedicated desk to yourself, or you can just be in one of these co-working spaces where you come in and you take the first seat that's available for you, go to work. We even have virtual memberships. So we have people that want to come in once or twice a month. We have people who just want to get their mail, have a professional business address. We can do all of those different types of things for them.
All right, we only got about 15 seconds left, but just talk about the explosion in business since the pandemic.
Well, I mean, it's just growing. The thing is that, you look at CBRE, which is the largest real estate brokerage. They just invested $300 million in the last 18 months. We're going from, we had one space about 6 years ago to now, all total, we have about 140 spaces and we have another 200 in work. So I've got one space here. We're looking at 4 or 5 more here in San Antonio, looking at Houston market, College Station, Waco, San Marcos. So we're part of the community. We want to be in the community and we're looking to future growth.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. If you guys have any questions about Venture X or co-working, we're going to have all that information on the news at noon and, of course, KSAT.com. RJ, Sarah, back to you guys.
Max, thank you. Thank you for being a good sport too, Max.
Absolutely. Yes. That picture is being posted all over social media right now. Sarah Spivey enjoying a victory today.
You mean the picture of Max in a Kansas City Chiefs jersey?
A youth extra large. That's a cherry on top.
It is, isn't it? All right, let's take a look at the aquifer. Unfortunately, the aquifer is down 0.3 of a foot over the past 24 hours. And this is some good news, though. When we look at the pollen count today, there's only 2 allergens out there. Molds are low and ash is low as well. Mountain cedar has not been in the pollen count for 2 days in a row now, and cedar season usually comes to an end around this time. So I'm hoping that we can be done with cedar at least for another year. Of course, oak season is right around the corner. Let's take a look outside right now. You can see peaks of sunshine through that layer of cirrus clouds up higher in the atmosphere. That's going to be the case today for us. It's 50 degrees outside right now in San Antonio, and it's chilly up in the hill country. 45 in Kerrville, 42 in Comfort. In Divine this morning, it's 55, 49 in Seguin, and 55 in Gonzales. Looking at KSAT 12-hour forecast, winds are calm right now, but those winds will pick up into the afternoon. We'll steadily see temperatures rise into the 60s by the lunch hour. South winds at 15 miles per hour this afternoon. 70 degrees for the high temperature. And then tonight, things will be pretty mild, only in the 60s. It's after midnight that we see our rain chances go up a little bit. We'll talk about that mainly in the form of drizzle. But the big story this week is going to be how windy it will be tomorrow through Thursday. Take a look at that. Wind gusts of up to 30, 35 miles per hour. So secure any kind of outdoor furniture, things like that. All right, coming up, we'll talk about the windy conditions and big temperature drop coming right around the corner in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Sarah, thank you. Being a firefighter and EMT requires good communication skills. That's why one Kirby firefighter says people underestimate her. She has severe hearing loss. But as Courtney Freeman reports, thanks to state-of-the-art technology, she can save lives just as well as other first responders.
Every day, Constance Gardner suits up for the grueling job of fighting fires and responding to medical calls.
It was something about wanting to have that challenge.
That spark of determination started at birth.
Being born with a cleft lip and palate, and then, having to do 12 years of speech therapy, and then over 20 surgeries I had to overcome.
Constance has profound hearing loss in her left ear and severe hearing loss in her right. With her passion for the medical field, general hearing aids wouldn't cut it.
Going into the house fires and things like that, your hearing crucial because sometimes you cannot see. So you have to rely on your hearing.
So she got a cochlear implant with a device called the Baha.
If I take it off, then there's a screw and it's connected to the bone inside your skull. Move my hair out the way, clip it back on. There you go.
With the implant, her hearing is at 100%.
It's just like beauty. You put it on and it's like life.
Her ability to rise above challenges served her well in the fire academy 2 years ago.
Being the smallest and only female, they underestimated me.
She put in hours of extra training each day and ended up winning the prestigious Top Rung Award for being the best in her class. She humbly credits technology, showing off a stethoscope created for the deaf or hard of hearing.
And then I make sure I turn this on, and then I have my phone where it's connected to my Baha. It's the Cochlear app. Now I can hear.
Every time she saves a life, she knows the struggles were worth it.
You were able to bring them back and, get them to the hospital and then find out that they made it. That is just, no words can't describe that.
She wants the hard of hearing community to know nothing is impossible.
You're automatically looked at differently, and people judge you right off the bat. So you have to have that backbone. Put your foot down, speak up, stand up for yourself.
Love that story. That was Courtney Friedman reporting.
And time now is 9:38 and 54 degrees on your Monday morning.
Coming up next, part 2 of Larry Ramirez's sit-down interview with UTSA quarterback Frank Harris. Not the rodeo without mutton butts.
Exactly. That's one of the best events in the entire rodeo.
Okay, since Super Bowl happened, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So our producer, Alex, she's feeling very in love and wanted to test our Valentine's Day knowledge and yours too. So we're doing some Q&As. Okay, what's our first question?
Okay, so this is the first time that we're looking at this, so we have not cheated. First question here, what is Valentine's Day also known as?
I'm going to go with A.
It's 100% A, as a good Catholic girl.
You know what?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
I paid attention.
I was going to say C, the one with Cupid on there, but I guess not. It is A.
All right, Sarah.
Oh, okay, next question. What country began the tradition of Valentine's Day?
I'm going to go with England.
Wow, I was going to say Italy. It's not even on there.
I was going to go with France.
B, France.
England!
Ooh, England, all right.
Good job, Sarah.
In which of Shakespeare's plays is Valentine's Day mentioned?
I believe it's Hamlet, A, but I don't know. I'm completely guessing.
Not C, Romeo and Juliet, greatest love story of all time?
I'm going to go with King Lear, D.
Oh,
wow,
thank you, Dan Acosta.
Tomorrow and tomorrow.
All right, last one here. Which state produces the most roses in the United States?
That's got to be A, California. It's got to be. They're like
I thought it was West Coast.
I'm going to go with Florida.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. I think. Did you go 4 for 4? Sarah?
No, I went 3 for 4.
Hey, she won. She won that one.
Very competitive.
Valentine's Day trivia.
All right. So, weather trivia.
Okay.
What kind of precipitation are we going to get tonight?
I think it was low. On the low end? Are we asking
percentage?
or are we asking, are there different types of drops we're going to get?
Yeah, we're going to be getting drizzle tonight.
Oh, wow.
20%.
I would think about 40% coverage, but it's okay. Yeah, way to go.
I think I went 0 for 5 on all these questions.
Oh, man. Okay, outside right now, you can see that clouds have been moving in. There are some peaks of sunshine, though, out there through these clouds. It's 53 in Helotes, 47 in Bulverde, 52 in Bernie. It's 49 in Bandera. Good morning in Kerrville. It's 47 degrees, 52 in Hondo, 49 in Seguin, and 56 in Pleasanton. You can see that clouds are streaming in from the west as well, but there are holes in this cloud cover, too. So, like yesterday, we'll go through periods of cloudiness with some peaks of sunshine. It's 55 in Del Rio, 55 in Carrizo Springs. Now, also on the radar, we do have some very light returns up across the hill country, but most of this is evaporating before it even hits the surface. So a sprinkle or two is possible, but again, nothing measurable really in a major way. So as you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, temperatures are in the 50s right now. We'll be near 62 degrees right around lunch. It's going to be cool through lunch, and then in the afternoon, comfortable. High temperature of 70 degrees this afternoon. And later on tonight, temperatures will be mild, only in the 60s. Now, it's after 9 p.m. that we start to see a little bit of drizzle work its way into the forecast. About 40% coverage, so it's going to be patchy at times and mainly drizzle. There could be an isolated shower in the mix there as well. But notice that by tomorrow morning, especially by the morning commute, all of that rain is out of here. And let's talk a little bit about that weather setup. So as you can see across the state of Texas, Pacific moisture moving in between this upper level high, which is over the Gulf of Mexico, and this upper level low, which is out near Baja California. So this is funneling in that Pacific moisture. Most of the time, this would be a good thing for rain chances, but because of how fast the system is going to be moving to the east, it's not going to give us enough time to see a ton of moisture around San Antonio in time for the rain. However, near this low pressure system, that's where a lot of the precipitation is going to be. So up across the Panhandle down to Midland, Odessa, and into North Texas and Oklahoma. That's where most of the rain from this system is going to be. We are too far south with not enough moisture, so what we will see is drizzle after about midnight. As you can see on the Futurecast, this is a snapshot at 3 o'clock in the morning while you're sleeping. A little bit of drizzle out there as well. And then this front will move through very quickly in the pre-dawn hours, and behind it, it is going to get very windy. Winds will be from the west, so if you have any kind of light patio furniture, you'll want to make sure to anchor that down, because we could potentially see wind gusts of 35 miles per hour from this system. That also brings up, with winds from the west and humidity falling, there is somewhat of a fire danger tomorrow. Take a look at fire danger tomorrow on Tuesday. It's going to be high around San Antonio, but I'll go back a little bit here so you can actually see that up across the hill country out toward Rock Springs and Del Rio. That's where fire danger will be very high across the hill country. Those areas have a wind advisory in place where we could even see wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. As for Valentine's Day tomorrow, windy, 60 as we wake up. Clouds will be clearing. It'll be mostly sunny in the afternoon. High temperature near 80 degrees tomorrow. Winds will be from the west, 10 to 20, gusting up to 30 plus. Sun's going to set at 6:23, and it'll be a cool evening. If you have date night plans, temperatures will be falling into the 50s after sunset. RJ.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Maybe the Spurs could show some love to the win column, because they need a win really bad as they try to break their losing streak, which is at 12 games right now. They're continuing the rodeo road trip tonight in Cleveland against the Cavaliers. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. and we'll have all the highlights tonight on the Night Beat. All right, last week we shared the first part of Larry Ramirez's sit-down interview with UTSA quarterback Frank Harris that aired on Instant Replay. And last night they showed part 2 of that interview. Larry and Frank talked about the 2 former Roadrunners who are now in the NFL, Frank's reason for not joining the pros just yet, and him starting his 7th season of college football.
I feel like yesterday I was just committed, to UTSA. It was a long journey, for my first game to even, come real. It's crazy, all the time that we put in to get to where we are now, and seeing our program change and the success that we're having. And you just love the support that we're getting from San Antonio. It definitely means a lot. I'll be back for my 7th year. Let's go.
If it wasn't for the NIL now,
Do you feel you would have come back for a 7th season?
Personally, I just think, the NFL, I wasn't projected to go anywhere. I've heard 6th round, 7th round, undrafted. So I just think if I would have did that, I don't know where I would have landed. And my dad tells me all the time, or my family does, don't do something for the money if you're miserable. It's not about money. So I didn't come just back, for an NIL deal or those things. I genuinely love my teammates, the coaching staff, representing UTSA. And I just thought it was best for me to come back and try to pursue that career in the NFL after next year.
What are your thoughts about Tariq's year and then what Spencer is doing with the Niners?
I remember when they changed his position to cornerback, he was very hurt about it. He didn't like it, but he went to work, instantly, and is definitely reaping the benefits now. So it's just crazy to see him going out there, like literally starting the NFL. Yeah. He was my receiver when we first got here. And, we got plenty of stories. He never drove, so I was always driving him places. To seeing him play on Sundays, he making millions. He get any car he wants. It's just crazy to see him, humble guy, definitely put in all the work to get to where he's at now. And just Spence, like I said, growing up, been knowing him practically my whole life as well. My dad and his mom grew up together. So I had a personal relationship with him during the recruiting process. And to see how he been growing throughout the years to him starting for the 49ers, that's my guy. We grew up together. So to see somebody from UTSA that grew up in San Antonio, playing at that stage, starting, as a rookie, just says a lot about him, his work ethic and things like that, and just give hope to the kids out here to show that you can be from San Antonio, stay local, and play at the highest level.
Yeah, that was Larry Ramirez reporting there. Frank has definitely been an inspiration to a lot of the kids here in San Antonio.
Go Roadrunners. 9:51 and 55 degrees. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is American Heart Month, and this week we'll be hosting a KSAT community town hall with local experts and healthcare professionals weighing in on heart health.
The town hall will be on Thursday at 2 p.m. on KSAT.com, and our Alyssa Cole will be the moderator. You can join the conversation. If you have any questions you'd like to have answered, you can submit them to KSAT.com in our KSAT community section.
All right, I want to show you the 7-day forecast here. So today will be near 70 degrees, overnight drizzle, and it will become windy. Now Tuesday, 75 for the high temperature, and will be even warmer on Wednesday, 80 degrees. Then another more potent cold front moves through Wednesday night into Thursday. This is going to bring windy conditions as well. Look at the temperature difference, 25-degree temperature difference. We'll be looking at highs in the 50s Thursday and Friday. Freeze is likely, at least a light freeze on Friday morning, and Saturday will be cool. Sunday will be warmer. So dress for spring and dress for winter this week.
Yeah, roller coaster weather week coming right up as people head out to the rodeo or get ready for Valentine's Day. A lot of stuff going on.
Absolutely. I just feel like it was like rodeo, Super Bowl, Valentine's Day.
And everything. Yeah. But we made it past Super Bowl.
We made it.
Gotta make it past Valentine's Day.
Make it past Valentine's Day.
And again, I want to give a shout out to my coworker, Max Massey. Thanks for being a good sport. I wore the green for you.
That was really
Youth
nice.
extra large, right?
Youth extra large.
Hey, that wasn't me this time. RJ said it. Hey, guys, have a good day.